Start pulling out. Wait a minute. They let go. No, come on. You can start pulling out. Peace. All right. 2 by 2. Come on now.
Hands up. How you doing, brother?
We are Mike Brown. 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 Mike Brown. Mike Brown. Mike Brown. Mike Brown. We are Mike Brown. Mike Brown. Mike Brown. We are 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 Michael 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 Brown. Michael Brown. We are Michael Brown. 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 We are Michael Brown. 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 We are 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 Michael Brown. 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 Michael Brown.
He was Trayvon Martin. What happened to him?
Michael Brown.
Now we
Michael Brown. Michael Brown. Michael Brown. Michael Brown.
Good evening. I'm an American Reverend Zachariah Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. Today we're downtown Newark, and the head of this march here is POP Larry Ham with his group POP, People Organized for Progress. They're marching from the Lincoln Memorial downtown to Broad Market, hollering, "We are Michael Brown." They're actually expressing themselves for the outrage of what happened yesterday. They found this person that believed to be a police officer. I'll say that, believed to be a police officer. They found him innocent of all charges, no conviction at all, which is a shame for a black man today in America, because, well then how do you walk? And I sometimes wonder who's behind this puppet on the chain. What are they trying to do? What is the logic in this right here? There seem to be no justice, and as the organization here is describing, there will be no peace. Again, I am the American Reverend Zachariah Jackson from the Church. What's happening?
Michael Brown. Michael Brown.
Is let him sit right where he at. Too late now, he's turning. We're gonna have him sit right there where you at. Now, we're gonna utilize Washington Street, Raymond Boulevard, back to Montgomery, and back to Broad
Out to the people.
Get him up. Okay, just let that bus sit tight for a few minutes. Give me a few minutes, I'll let you go.
people at this moment is marching down to Broad Street, which is an area in North Broad Market, which is basically like, if you will, a Broadway. Everybody seems to express themselves on Broad Market because it's a stage where many people come to. So therefore, people go down there to express themselves. I'm going to turn the camera in a minute down toward Broad Market as I readjust.
What's going on? Hey, call me back with a and I'll call you back. You can answer your phone, right? You can answer your phone? All right, got you. I'll call you back.
That's the sad part.
What's the interview about?
Michael Brown.
All I heard is what I heard.
So you don't know much about the case. You following all?
They want me to do something cool about it. I don't know.
No, I thought you were with that group that was marching, no? All right.
Have a good night.
You too. Talking Michael Brown here. There's a march going that way. You're coming back? Yeah, you're coming on the other side, but you'll be all right. Good evening. I am the American Reverend Zachariah Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. Again, we're out here in the city of Newark, and we are at the Lincoln Memorial following POP, as you see me following them many times. Today they're out here protesting the verdict of what happened to Michael Brown. Who am I interviewing?
Alfred Dill.
Bring your voice up.
Alfred Dill.
Alfred Dill. Alfred, what do you think? Give me your thoughts on this whole thing. What did you expect? Did you expect some kind of verdict?
Well,
Indictment?
tell you the truth, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but I'm gonna pay close attention.
Sure.
Because historically, it seems like this keeps happening. The same thing continuously happens. So
Okay.
we gotta go back a little bit in history and understand, like, when we say organize,
Sure.
and when it takes proactive
Sure.
to get proactive,
Sure.
we gotta be organized. Like we could take a book from a piece from the Montgomery, Alabama boycott.
Sure, okay.
Every black person was dedicated to
Sure,
that.
sure.
So they crippled the bus company,
Okay.
even the
Well,
economy
let me
of
okay.
Alabama.
Right, at that time, though, you didn't have black people on jury. At
True.
that time, you didn't have black people at law enforcement as we have today.
True.
Okay, we had 3 black jurors. 3 people that were black on the jury.
True.
Did you expect something or some kind of support? Do it matter that you have black on the jury today? Because it don't seem to matter. I'm gonna do it at the hour. They were black. They're up to New York. On the jury. So what did that do to a young man like yourself? You're a black young man. Do you feel you're a target?
Absolutely, and I feel that my voice and my opinion kind of gets marginalized or against a lot of the effects of this country, you
Sure.
know, and things that we're supposed to address a long time ago still ain't being addressed. So we're gonna still have these outcomes, and then black people outraged,
Sure.
and we're not saying go around rioting and looting. We have to have some type of organized proactiveness against that. That's what I feel.
Let me ask you this right here. As a young man, are you afraid of the police?
And you know what? I had a conversation about this with my fellas the other day. We were standing on the block.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we feel afraid and paranoid when they pull up, other than being feel protected.
So are you?
Yes,
again,
I am
you're afraid of the
I
police.
am.
So if you're afraid of the police,
Yes.
right, who is actually law and order in most of the communities in America, okay,
Absolutely.
let me put it that way, then where did that put you? You walk in as a young person, a young black man. What age group are you?
I'm early 30s.
Early 30s. So you're walking, you're tightroping through this whole thing of life in the United States of America.
Absolutely.
So as you tightrope, do you feel that you may slip and fall?
Yes.
And what pressure do that put on
No,
you?
it's actually it's a form of paranoia. And then, you know, like the ones before, like my mom said, she always told me, get a good education,
Sure.
get a good job, right? So I went on that path.
Sure.
And then coming into that path, going and say, okay, going to corporate America,
Sure.
and then me being the only white, black face,
Sure.
or like you're saying, walking around and feeling tightrope about the
Yeah.
police
Sure.
coming attacking me. I have never did a crime and never have
Right.
no criminal record in my life.
But you're paranoid.
But I'm paranoid. I'm
So
paranoid.
if you're paranoid at this a point of challenge, in your the 30 years old, you have kids yet?
Yes,
One kid, son or daughter? Okay. So daddy, his daughter, with good job, is still afraid of police and who's supposed to be law and order.
absolutely.
So where did that put you psychologically?
Psychologically, it has me confused. It has me confused towards like, I think about the government, and I think about our president, I think about our political officials and leaders, and I say, well, what did my vote do? Like, did my vote put certain people in office
Sure.
to combat these issues, to address these issues? Why are they still not being addressed? So it has me confused and paranoid, and it's like, all right, now I'm thinking about the future, and what do I do? It's like, you know, do I say, oh, let me get my stuff together and let me move to a neighborhood where I think it may not happen, it's gonna happen again. So if I say I get a great job and I move to suburbia,
Sure.
and I move around there, then of course I may be the target.
Sure.
And I may have more money than the Caucasian
Right,
brother who
sure.
lives next door to me. But they're gonna look at me and they're gonna say, oh, that black kid
Right.
who wears his hat backwards.
Or even if you don't wear it.
Or even if I don't wear my hat
So
backwards.
you don't know where to go.
Absolutely.
Have that chased you into any other form of relief? Has it chased you into alcohol? Has it chased you into wanting some kind of synthetic to some kind of anesthesia in terms
No.
of drugs? and things like that?
No, it
Has
just
it put that pressure on
no, it just has me.
you? What do you do for pressure?
I try to seek answers, and I try to do as much knowledge and research
Sure.
about what's going on as possible, historical and current, to know how I can move. And it becomes upsetting, and it becomes, you know, like I said, I become paranoid, and I say to myself, like, when do things change, you know? Like, what do I
Or
do?
when do you know that
What- and so it becomes really confusing, and really becomes hard to make a plan for the future. So,
Do you think that this year, that the police department, by some kind of strange logic, someone is using it as a bullied?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's some form of, even as a young child growing up, I always felt like the police were like evil. Like, yeah, more of a bully, because it's like, you know, even like my aunts, I used to play around. You better not be bad. I'm gonna call the police. We get the police on you, or you come outside. Even my little daughter, when we drive by and she sees sirens, she automatically says, "Oh, Daddy, the police! Something bad happened." You know, so I do think that some kind of things are being pulled, because, you know, of course we have crime and we have drugs, but poverty begets those things. So if we're in a community with a lot of poverty, then of course we're gonna have crime, we're gonna have drugs.
But do you feel as a young black person that perhaps when those accidents seem to happen, where one is shot down on coast, or where one is viciously beat, that is always a person that maybe are not really the person that done it, because the one that actually did the crime, like, they don't need to be the guy that rides up and down the street that's a purveyor of filthy drugs, he don't seem to be the one that get accidentally shot or beaten.
Yeah,
it's always the guy, you know, that's just coming along.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
what does that do for innocent mind of yours?
Oh man, it always has me looking over my shoulder, not only for evildoers, but for police. Like, you know, how I know, like, even when knowing your rights, if you say something to a police officer in a manner where you're trying to defend your rights or tell them that they're wrong for doing something, they automatically get aggressive and say, "Oh, you need to be quiet, you need to get out of here, or I'll lock you up." So they always, like, you know, become aggressive and threaten you with locking you up and doing something like that makes you fall back and say, "You know what, I'm not gonna address it, or I'm not gonna say nothing." Or a lot of people, they just say, "Oh, that ain't my issue," and they keep their head down and they say nothing. How long? In 2015, we're still doing that?
Yeah, in a few months, another month, is it 2015?
10-15?
Yeah. So, do you feel that maybe, because this is becoming an extensive interview, and I'm really enjoying this one because you're expressing a lot of people feel. Do you feel that someone is keeping a black American from landing in America? Because wherever you land, you never know.
It's white supremacy. It's not even just America. It's globally, because, you know, they're connected. Now we can touch into things like Trilateral Commission and the UN and all these different things that first we got to address slavery in the United States of America. For 400, 500 years, free labor was given to this country. So this country was able, America was able to go into the world and have commerce and build up their wealth. So we were marginalized.
Is there ever a payback? Is there ever even a smooth landing for a person like this?
I never really felt like a smooth landing.
Because you're under stress.
Yeah, I'm under stress. So it just inside my home. Inside my home, what my family, we do, we pray, and we have a higher being we pray to, and we come together and we just say, we pray and we say, and even my fiance, she says, "Babe, every time I go out there, I dress in a suit every day." But she still tells me, "Babe, be careful when you're going out there. You know, if you come home at night, be careful."
You're just going anywhere,
even to work, even to work. Yeah,
you're constantly under this stress.
Absolutely, constantly.
Again, introduce yourself to the people.
Again, I'm Alfred Dill, resident citizen of Newark.
Again, we're in Newark, New Jersey, and we're talking to a young man who is expressing frustration, but expressing the fact that he don't know where to go because there's so much stress. And if you can't trust the police, who in the world can you trust? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
At this moment, we're watching the marchers as they come back, led by Larry Ham, POP, People Organized for Progress, as they're led back. They're coming back, as you can hear the noise and the drums coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming back. They're coming back. They're on their way back.
They're on their way back.
And this right here is such an important
you want to get around,
venue,
make the right turn,
a venue because so much frustration. As you heard earlier, I interviewed a young man that said he's not comfortable even with the police. And if you're not comfortable with the police, then who can you count on? If you can't count on the police, if you're afraid and the police are used as a bullet form. And that's what the young man said. He feels that the police are used as a bullet form. And I'm going to tell it like I hear. That if you're afraid of the police, then who do you have? They're the only people that you have is the police. And if you're afraid of them, then who do you have? What justice do we have here?
What's up, brother? Zachariah?
No! Keep over there! Keep over there!
Go on, man.
When you're afraid of the police, who do you have? If your house is a mess with, if your car is attacked, if you're attacked, who do you call? You call the police. But when if the police, if you're afraid of the police, then who do you call? What do you have if you don't have the police? Do they know their responsibility? Do they know their job? Their job is a representative. Without them, we'd have nobody. We was not bred to be against the police. Well, sometimes I wonder, is there a secret bully that's being used? I wonder.
Brother Zach, get busy in a minute. Brother Zach, come on, get on your job, Brother Zach. Get on the job, partner. Brother Zach, you gotta get on the job now. I said you gotta get on the job.
I sometimes wonder if we don't tell our story, who will? It's about 6:30 and all the other news media people done run, they're gone. And here I am right here with the people. I'm not afraid of the people. I'm not afraid of the people. I'm not afraid of the people.
Hope they don't block my car in, so I want to get the hell out of here.
At this moment of juncture, they all are chanting, "We are Michael Brown." We all are chanting now. Everybody is chanting, "We are Michael Brown. We are Michael Brown." We all are chanting the same thing. As I said earlier, if you're afraid of the police, who do you have? If you're afraid of the cops, if you're scared of the police, then who do you have? We all we got. Do you understand who you are and who you represent?
Gardner. Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner.
The many signs that you see people are the signs that have been brutalized by what they call the police. Again, I say this here. If the people are afraid of the police, who do they have? All we have is the police. If the police is against you, we have nothing else. Nothing else but God Almighty. As the crowd is at this moment, get themselves a big hand.
This one, you want to go? Turn around.
All the money that's being spent on this year could go towards education. Undercover police in uniform, who we respect, to lead the marches. Police in Newark, New Jersey on motorcycle, a big present.
Taking the time out tonight.
The money that's spent could be spent on something else.
We ever had tonight.
iPads for kids.
Didn't you feel your power? Didn't you feel your power? It was like downtown Newark was transformed. It wasn't even downtown Newark anymore. It was like somewhere else. But that's what the power of people united can do. It can transform a situation, and it can transform a nation. And all we have to do is take the unity that we started tonight and build on that unity. Because if we build a big enough movement, we can not only get justice for Michael Brown, we can get justice for all the victims of police brutality. And if we build a big enough movement,
it's calling for everybody to come together so we can get justice for all those that have been victimized by the police.
Because brothers and sisters, I tell you, even if we're successful in getting reform, we still won't see an end to this problem until this social and economic system that we live under is transformed. Police brutality is but a manifestation of a deeper and more profound malignancy in this society. All of these problems are based in a social and economic system that's based on greed and exploitation.
As the chairman speaks today
And
at this
until we
moment,
change
this point
that,
challenge about
we will
greed
be
and
plagued by these
exploitation
other
and
problems.
things that the
But
police
in the
brutality
immediate,
seems
right
to
now,
be
what we have
behind.
to
As
do
I interviewed a young man
is
just
go
a while
home,
ago,
or
and
maybe
we
you
were
don't have
talking
to go
about,
home,
are
maybe
you
you get
afraid
on
of
your
the
phone
police? Do you
and
feel
get
that the
on
police is the
Facebook
bully force?
and get on
And at
Twitter
some point,
and
and
get on
sometimes
Instagram
he had to break down
and
and
get
say,
on
yes, he
Tumblr
felt that way.
and get on
That's an awful
Pinterest
way to feel.
and tell
Who do
all
you
the
call
people
if you
that
don't call the
wasn't
police?
here tonight
Again,
what they
I am
missed.
the American Reverend
Because
Zachariah
they
Jackson
missed
from the church.
Just from tonight,
what's
my
happening?
life
Good evening.
is enriched just by being here with you tonight.